Good morning, everybody. It's another episode of Intellectually Honest, unedited, uncut. We're going to get right into it. Before we get started, though, y'all know the deal. Go ahead and do all that flash, the YouTube algorithm likes, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most definitely hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I drop. If you've been tapped in, if you've been been paying attention to the subscriber count, then you know that we hit the milestone of 300 subscribers a couple of days ago. And once again, it's all thanks to you, the people, the fans that keep tuning in to my channel, my content. I really appreciate it. It's very humbling. And I hope you guys help me continue to grow this channel and see how big we can get it. It could really be something special. But without further ado, we can go ahead and open up. So I saw the game last night. And I got some takeaways from it. Lonzo Ball and the Chicago Bulls hosted the Detroit Pistons and their number one overall pick, Cade Cunningham. And what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Like always, I got the stats up, so I'm being factual, I'm being intellectually honest, and we're going to run through these stats real quick, and we're going to run through these takeaways. I'm going to try not to make this video too long because I got some stuff I got to do, but that's my problem. Y'all came here to get this content. So let's go ahead and get this stats going on. Zach LaVine did not have a high scoring night. He was not very efficient, but he kind of stuffed the stat sheet a little bit. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, only 30% from the field, 10 shots to get 10 points. It's not good. Did shoot 40% from the three, but overall an inefficient scoring night for Zach LaVine. But it was a blowout win, so it's kind of like, what have you. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't expect that to continue. We all know Zach LaVine is one of them ones. And, we got to give him his proper respect and, and trust that he'll bounce back in the next game. Lonzo Ball, the number one son, the reason why we're here, had an amazing game last night. And the stat sheets don't even really do it justice. If you know anything about Lonzo Ball, you know that you kind of have to watch him. You kind of have to see the game to really appreciate his knowledge and his IQ of the game. And speaking of IQ and knowledge in this field, you definitely could tell the difference between a fifth-year veteran like Ball and a rookie like Cunningham. And I'll get into that a little bit more once I get to my takeaways. But Lonzo Ball, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, a block, stat sheet stuffing, as we know him to do. 66.7% from the field, very efficient. 4 for 7 from the 3, very efficient. And guess what? He even got some free throws in there tonight. 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. So great, and only 1 turnover. Great game by Lonzo Ball. And if I'm not mistaken, he had the highest plus minus on the team. So great game by Lonzo Ball. Following up, Nikola Vucevic. He actually had a pretty good game. A good bounce back game, I should say. This was exactly what he needed to do against the Pistons, and the Pistons were exactly the team he needed to do it against, because let's be honest, the Pistons aren't much of a threat. I mean, they haven't even hit double-digit wins so far. So the Pistons aren't really that much of a threat. And Nikola Vucevic took advantage. Hopefully he can maintain this rhythm, because we got a test tonight. The Bulls have a major test tonight. And they're going to need Nikola Vucevic to be 100% what he can be. So getting into it, Nikola Vucevic, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Very, very good game. Stuffing the stat sheet, 55.6% from the field, very efficient, and 50% from 3, very efficient. Kept his turnovers to a minimum with only 2. Can't really complain at all about Vooch. DeMar DeRozan had a very solid game. He stuffed the stat sheet as well. 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Great game. Nearing a triple-double. Almost messed around and got a triple-double. And 61.5% from the field. Very efficient. He didn't hit any threes, but he didn't take any threes. So that's still very good. 80% from the free throw line. Great game by DeMar DeRozan. Very solid output. And yeah, hopefully all these guys carry this over. The bench didn't really do a whole lot. Kobe White had flashes. But he was inefficient from the three. But Kobe White you can tell that he's really rounding into form. And like I said, I would really prefer to keep him, but I guess we'll just have to see how it plays once Alex Caruso comes back, because that's a lot of point guard minutes to split between Ball, Kobe, and Zoe, Ball, Kobe, and Caruso. So yeah, great game by the Chicago Bulls, man. Not really much else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into these takeaways. First takeaway is the Bulls needed this win. They came out and did exactly what they needed to do. Because if you've been keeping up with the schedule, then you know the tough times are ahead. Starting tonight on ESPN on national television, they play against the Brooklyn Nets. And this is a great test. They got a chance to sweep the Brooklyn Nets this season. Let that sink in. Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, they have to come out on their A game. They cannot be slack. They cannot be 50% of what they are. They have to really seize this moment and come out here and get the Nets the F up out of here. And I think they can do it, and I think they will do it. So it's a great opportunity to make a statement tonight, I'll say. Especially with Kyrie Irving, he's going to be playing. It's a great opportunity for the Brooklyn Nets to make a statement. For the Chicago Bulls to make a statement. And I fully expect them to. Like I said, I think that just looking at it, I don't think Zach LaVine is going to have a bad game again. Lonzo Ball looks like, he's himself. He's been consistent all year. So I fully expect him to be able to contribute heavily and consistently in this game. Vooch is a question mark, but like I said, he got his rhythm. Hopefully in this game, DeMar DeRozan is going to be him. I really like the Bulls' chances of beating the Nets. And it'll be a great statement win. Takeaway number 2, Lonzo Ball, and as you can probably tell by the title, Lonzo Ball absolutely took Cade Cunningham to point guard school. He had Cade Cunningham on lock. He had Cade Cunningham in jail for most of the night. Let's look at some Cade Cunningham stats. 8.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Nothing impressive, especially when you consider he only shot 27.3% from the field. 6 turnovers, -30. Yeah, it was a hard night for Cade Cunningham going against the number 1 son. But that's what it be like that. Ask De'Aaron Fox, it be like that when you go against Lonzo Ball. So yeah, Lonzo Ball definitely took him. And like I said, and that kind of just to kind of expound on this takeaway, it's time we got to stop disrespecting Lonzo Ball. I don't think we gotten to the point yet where we can really acknowledge Lonzo Ball's growth, like the fans do, like the people who really follow. But I don't think the masses truly acknowledge what Lonzo Ball has become and what he is becoming. He's probably the best perimeter defender in the league. If we being unbiased, he's up there. He's top 3 at least. Like I said, he put the clamps on elite point guards. Cade Cunningham, I don't know if you could classify him as elite yet, but that's what he's projected to be, and Lonzo Ball locked him up too. So definitely a learning experience from Cade Cunningham, and who better to learn it from than the number 1 son. And final takeaway is, I don't know what switched. I don't know what shifted the mindset with the Bulls, but I saw a lot of good things from this Bulls offense last night. I saw ball movement. I saw player movement. Things that you don't always see from the Bulls. Sometimes you see a lot of DeMar DeRozan ISO, Zach LaVine ISO, and everybody else kind of just becoming disengaged because they don't know if they're going to touch the ball for the next few possessions. You know what I mean? But I saw a lot of facilities. I saw a lot of this pace and space, so to speak, last night. And I think hopefully, because I've said this before, and it turned out that they reverted back to old bad habits. I really hope that this is a sign of things to come. I hope that Billy Donovan is kind of reining this team in a little bit. I hope they start to trust Billy Donovan and listen to him, and trust Zoe and listen to him, and keep this thing going. Because the blowout a team like this when Zach LaVine shot very, very poorly. Your bench gave you almost nothing except for Kobe. DeSomo had 10, but I mean he was 25% from the three, so he didn't go off. You know what I'm saying? And you still beat a team by 40 points almost. It's like that's the benefit of having everybody as a threat on your team, and that's what happens when you play this way. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come. I think that's the best version of the Chicago Bulls team, and I hope hopefully they can keep that going. I really like what I saw. So that's my last takeaway. The Bulls seem to be able to, or at least have the ability to shift and play the way that they need to play to maximize this talent. So great game. Not really impressed by the win overall because it is the Pistons, but the Bulls did need this win to kind of give themselves some positive momentum going into the real test, which is tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. So I hope you guys tap into that, and I'll catch y'all. And I know I'll have some takeaways from that game as well. So once again, this is another episode of Intellectually Honest in the books. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, most definitely that notification bell. That way you be notified every time I drop. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thank you.